It's strange because I did it so consistently for so long that I almost feel guilty for not doing it. But at the same time, we get enough business to take care of everything that we're doing and to keep us very busy without actually getting on the phone and prospecting that way. You put your time in, and that's what you end up with at the end of that. If I moved, I would have to get on the phone again and start over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
So when did you start noticing a shift in your business where you didn't have to be on the phone prospecting daily?
Really where it was is probably about right when the economy started to improve. And it was interesting because we had so many listings when the economy tanked, where we gave them back, and as time went on and things improved, a lot of those people that were able to keep their homes called us back and said, "Hey, come back and take care of us. Mm-hmm. You were nice and you helped us and you told us the truth at the time, and do we have enough equity to sell it at this point?" And so we started getting very busy with those. And a lot of it was that we had a lot of transactions to do. We were still doing, even then, 130, 140 transactions a year, and they were short sales. A lot of them were, and or intermixed with short sales. And so we were not prospecting as much, and we were still working 100-hour weeks, which was crazy. And so I was like, well, something's got to give, and as long as we have enough business that's coming in the door, let's not try to go get more. Let's take care of what we've got. And part of that was due to the fact that, if you get back from probably 2001 to 2007, 2008, we would have, 4 full-time employees that worked for us, assistants that would take care of things. And so my job at that point was prospect and go and pick up new listings, and that was it. And we had customer service and transaction negotiation and coordination, and everything was taken care of by somebody else. Mm-hmm. And we, as things wound down and it was difficult, we decided that we didn't want to have that kind of overhead with that type of instability within the market. And so a lot of those things we brought back, and we still have a couple of assistants, but they're 2 part-time assistants instead of a full-time. And I think we're willing to go ahead and grow more than we are at right now again, but we've always sworn that we would never get into a $5,000 a month lease again. We want to own our own place, so we're working on building a new office at this point, and then we'll take that from there.
Well, and during that time, did you notice a lot of real estate agents were just withering away?
Oh, yeah.
During that really rough time that you
Yes.
guys, because of your years of really hard work and prospecting, were able to hang on during those lean years, it sounds like.
Oh, for sure. The thing is even when there's lean years, if you say, okay, there's 60% of the number of transactions that occur when it is crazy, somebody still has to do the 60%. And the thing that's interesting is that in our business, selling real estate, the first ones that are impacted by lean years are the ones that don't have the book of business, and they don't know how to prospect. They're the very first ones to go, and so they all leave. And if 10 of them that are doing 10 transactions a piece leave the business, that leaves 100 transactions on the table for somebody who's good. And even if that 100 transactions is only 50, our local multiple listing service almost is, we're almost double where we were in 2008 as far as the number of people that belong to the multiple listing service. And so that's interesting. The discount type models don't work when you're doing short sales, because there's no room. It was really interesting even back then to watch FHA and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac insist that the lenders not. So we're negotiating directly with a bank, and the banks, to begin with, when we first started doing those short sales, the banks were trying to cut the realtors' commission or compensation out. And Fannie and Freddie and FHA said, no, you can't, 2.5% maybe to 3% in a lot of cases. They said that this is a floor. We need those agents, and we recognize the fact that they're doing a lot of work and for not a lot of money, and so there was a living to be made for sure, even during the lean times. I'm never concerned when you're in the top 5%. You never ever need to be concerned about where your business is going to come from, because there's always going to be somebody who needs some help.